Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Our New Hobby, a podcast. I'm this week's host, Andrew, and to my left, his daily vlogs from middle school still get comments asking when he's going to come back, Alex.
Hello, YouTube.
And to my right, we had to start this recording a couple times over because he kept saying first before I could say anything. Chris.
First.
Yes. So, what's this podcast about? You might be wondering, man, I love YouTube. I can't wait to listen to every episode of this podcast and just talk about YouTube. Well, I have news for you. We have 79 other episodes, and they're not about YouTube.
Nope.
They're about challenges, hobbies, and activities that we do during our daily lives, but not during the 9 to 5. No, that would be crazy. We have no hobbies during our work lives.
I'd say that's unprofessional.
Yeah.
Of course not.
All we do is talk about hobbies via texting. We do not do any hobbies during our 9 to 5s. Instead, we save them all for the 5 to 9. So, how are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Pretty good. You have one glove on.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I do. That is weird.
Folks at home can't see
Why?
this. Andrew's recording right now.
I don't know why.
We recorded an episode before this. So in between episodes, you put on a singular glove.
I'm not sure why I'm
You've
doing
never
it.
done
But
this.
You also, I will say, this might be the first time I can remember a baseball hat under the cans, under the old headphones.
Yeah, that's a good look.
I liked it, though. That I'm on board with. Glove, not on board with.
Okay. Maybe I should switch them and hold the hat in my hand. But
I was going to say maybe put the glove on your other hand.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that would look the same probably.
It'd probably just be uncomfortable.
Well,
Yeah,
what's new with you guys? What's going on?
not much. Just had a great launch. A great Subway launch.
Oh,
Launch? I thought you said launch. Like
I'm about to launch into something about Subway.
SpaceX is in the news. What's going on?
We talked about Subway probably way too much on this podcast.
Mhm.
They're not a sponsor.
It's
Luckily.
just so much needs to be said and no one's saying it.
Luckily, they're not a sponsor, so we can really tell them. I text these guys, hey, what do you guys want? You know,
Yeah.
just get it.
Nice guy.
Yeah, normal orders. You do owe me money for that. We'll talk about it later.
$3 max.
They still the $5 foot long, but this one.
Wait, how much was it?
Unfortunately, this is what I wanted to get into.
Oh, no.
I was a regular order of the sweet onion chicken teriyaki, probably my old favorite sandwich. Today
That's
I just
good. I think that's an underrated sandwich. at
Today I just
Subway.
went with the turkey. Andrew got the sweet onion teriyaki.
6-inch.
6-inch. I used to order the foot long with regularity. $5 back in the day,
Yeah.
as we remember.
Mm-hmm.
The 6-inch, $5.49.
Whoa, that's
Jeez.
criminal. That is
Insane.
criminal. Are you
Insane.
kidding me?
I say it so much, but who
I
does Subway?
should've known.
Who does Subway think they're kidding?
This
I say it all the time. They're literally charging more for half of the price. That's
This is the thing with
insane.
We got to be done with Subway after
In-
this.
Subway's $5 foot long scheme, I'll call it,
Yeah,
has ruined them.
it's
Like
bad.
they probably knew they couldn't sustain that in this economy, you
Mhm.
know? So now it just looks bad. Like, dog, we
Mm.
know you sold that thing for $5.
That's
Yeah.
so true,
not
actually.
4
'Cause
years ago.
The thing is, I'm someone. If it was like $7 for foot long, all right. But now we're talking more for half the product.
yeah,
Mm.
they
It's
shouldn't
not
have had that much pride in their $5. Make them $5 for the time being, but don't advertise it as $5 footlongs because now no matter
Listeners,
what
like-
it is, if it's not $5,
Listeners
I'm
must
upset.
think we're in like an abusive relationship or something. It's
And I feel
literally
like I
every
am.
time, like, it's so bad. Like, we don't understand. We had to have a live taste test to explain
confirm that it was
how
bad.
bad it was.
That was
And
so
then
bad.
yet, not even a month later, Chris says, hey, anyone want Subway?
Yeah.
And I
All right,
ordered
it
something.
was different. It was different because
That's true. The Reuben was god
disgusting.
awful.
And I will say, the Subway is still a functional, somewhat healthy, somewhat quick lunch. But it's insane that they're trying to jack the prices. McDonald's, all these other big like chains,
Right.
like I feel like their prices are going down somehow.
Yeah, like that's so true.
Ugh.
Like I could still go to McDonald's and get a chicken sandwich for $1.
yeah,
And that dollar menu has been around for like 10 years.
exactly.
So what's changed with Subway is it's certainly not their high quality meats.
They lost Jared.
No.
You know?
That's
Yeah,
better.
it could be Jared.
Mhm.
Ooh,
He was
that's-
great. He was great at negotiating turkey prices.
I don't know. I'm sick of Subway, dude. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm
You
just gonna
ordered
say it.
dude.
I refuse to pay you.
Another
I couldn't get through it.
another funny thing. Another funny
I'll
thing
Venmo request you right now.
Yeah.
was Chris asks, "Hey, what do you guys want from Subway?" I'd already eaten, so I declined. Andrew says, "Sweet onion chicken teriyaki." About 25 minutes later, he goes, "Also no cheese."
It was
Dog.
the funny thing about that was that you gave like clear instructions on everything you
Yeah.
wanted on it, and then specified something you didn't want on it.
Like way late.
Yeah, I forgot.
I hadn't ordered at that point, but I wasn't
Yeah,
planning on
you know, it's actually bad funny. This keeps coming up, but I actually looked at Chris's location, saw he had
Oh.
not made it to Subway,
Yeah.
and then
All right, that's fair.
If you were, if I had looked at your location and saw that you were at Subway,
Would you have called me?
No, I would have let it go.
I hope it's not too late.
So that was funny.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's an expensive sandwich you got then.
I know it's ridiculous,
Crazy.
but at the same
With
time,
the delivery fee too. I mean, with me picking it up.
Chris does
yeah.
work for Uber Eats part
Yeah,
time.
that's true. We're talking $9-10.
Okay, well, we'll renegotiate after the pod, but I gave you a great intro. How about
Yeah,
that?
that's
Maybe
true.
just give me knock it off.
I don't even
$2.
remember the intro this way.
First.
Oh, that was
All right. Well, speaking of first, which is first a specific to YouTube thing or is it like an internet thing?
I think so.
It was, I think it was.
It's a
I
first.
think it definitely started.
It was
with YouTube.
it was born in the comment section of YouTube.
Yeah,
probably.
I think YouTube maybe gave birth to like the comments.
I do want to get into the comments.
I don't
section
think that's
later on.
true. Yeah, but actually maybe like comment culture.
Because
Comment
yeah,
culture,
versus
Comment
like
culture,
the
yeah.
forum. And this is just commenting.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Because
So
a forum, that's just a comment section.
Exactly.
You know.
More or less.
so let's get into YouTube.
Tell the folks what the hobby for this week is.
Yes, we're gonna be talking about YouTube, specifically.
No specifics. I think we're going to talk about it all.
Yeah, all of YouTube. But I guess what we'll say is we're gonna try to avoid talking like a lot about viral videos and memes
Because we more or less have done like 10
we've done a
episodes.
lot of
Yeah.
that.
We'll say we're specifically talking about the Paul family, Logan and Drake Paul.
But no, we want to talk about like beginning of YouTube, like what our past and everything, and then ideally get into some nice educational YouTube, the underrated part of YouTube.
YouTube is so essential.
vast.
It's crazy to
Yeah.
think that what was it made in 2006?
2005.
Yeah, I think
2005.
2005.
Yeah, I looked it up today.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think that there was a time in our lives, in our like functioning lives, we were in school,
Yeah.
members of
I was
society,
10 years
Yeah.
old. 11
where
years old.
YouTube wasn't even a thing.
That's
That's crazy to me because
yeah.
all right, maybe I guess I think YouTube, but it's a business, so maybe there'll be another popular streaming video platform. Either way, I assume videos on the internet are going to be around until we're dead and long after that.
Are you guys old enough to remember the star rating system? on
First
YouTube?
off, I think you're
Yeah.
the youngest out of all of us.
I think only 90s kids remember.
only a
Chris.
true scholar remembers them.
But yeah,
I do remember the star rating. I remember similar to Facebook, how Facebook has changed a lot and you're like uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
YouTube had a lot of changes, like the dimensions of the video and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and
A
that
lot
stuff
changed,
changes,
yeah.
and you're like, this is uncomfortable.
The former like channels used to be way different, and then the big change obviously was going to like Google Plus, which was definitely a bummer.
Even like
That was a bummer.
the way you think about how YouTube has changed over the years is like the way you could think about like I don't know how to describe it, like it's almost like they didn't put government regulations into it, obviously.
Right,
Maybe they
right.
did, but it's like it used to be this like wild west of like anyone
Yeah,
could put
that's
like
true.
literally anything could be popular, but now it's like so structured that like
yeah.
I don't know, there's a lot of complaints that like you have to be Jimmy Kimmel to get a trending video on YouTube and stuff like
Oh,
that.
actually?
Like, yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
so,
before it was
it's
like
so
any-
different now. It used to be
Yeah.
like
Just whichever videos were the most appealing would make it to the top. But now you're right. It's like Kim Kardashian breaks the internet.
Now
and
it's like,
that's a video.
it's like it's a money making thing. So
Yeah.
they know like
Yeah, it used to not
people
be
like
monetized,
Jimmy
yeah.
Kimmel, or for example, it could be Logan Paul, whoever. People like these guys, so if they see their video, they're gonna click on it.
No, like,
so we'll
actually,
put it
though.
on
Yeah.
trending,
Yeah.
so more people click it.
Exactly.
It's like instead of saying like this one naturally became,
Mhm.
no, which maybe it is worse, but it's not necessarily better or worse. It's just
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
It's just what YouTube does.
Because
Now.
it's like
they are
it's,
a business, so I
it's
get
less
it.
about the videos and more about the like the content
So
creators.
what I would
Right.
say,
What I'm trying to say is it's so much different now.
exactly, and I want to get your guys' take on this here. I think personally, I think a big decline of YouTube started with the the Fine Bros.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They had the
React
kids
videos?
react videos,
Mhm.
which
big scandal
was
recently.
yeah, that's true. That was a while. I don't
Couple
know
years probably.
the specifics of that, but didn't they try to they tried to trademark
I think
React?
I think
React. Yeah.
I think I'm a pretty big YouTube hobbyist now.
That's
that I
funny.
think about it.
So anyway,
I guess I
but
got
what
them
I'm
too.
getting at is that I think those videos were pretty funny back in the day. Not
Yeah.
bad. However, that spawned the whole reaction video
Yeah.
section, which is like all bad. Even YouTube stuff that are like weird YouTube channels that are like kind of trying to report the news, but at the same time, it's more like TMZ. You know,
It's
weird.
I think we're gonna look back on this episode of our podcast in 5 years or something
Yeah.
and realize like, dang, YouTube was still so young.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
there are people making
Wow.
videos. If you think about YouTube, there are these successful creators on YouTube
Mhm.
that are like essentially like con men and scam artists.
Yes.
They'll make these videos, clickbait,
Yeah.
leading thumbnail, what have you, and the video has like absolutely no content. There's nothing. It's just them talking or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in 10 years or whatever, we're gonna like eventually like fish those people out and realize, all right, they're not.
There
they're
will be
not-
like a renaissance.
They're
of
not good.
just the true good people will come out.
That'd be
It's
funny.
like it's
Yeah.
like you see like I don't know, like a commercial, like you see these like commercials with like infomercials or whatever,
Mhm.
and you see like P90X or something. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Eventually, you realize like that stuff doesn't work, and I think
I
we're
think
just
it's
not
pretty
at
good.
that point in YouTube. Yeah, maybe P90X is a bad example.
Yeah.
But I'd say
But like you know what I
yeah.
mean. Some of these
Yeah.
infomercials
Here's-
eventually you realize it's just a con.
One
Like,
thing
we're gonna find that out with YouTube soon.
prepping for this episode, I googled like who are the most popular YouTubers, and I
Mhm.
watched a couple of videos. I saw the Pauls, you know,
Yeah.
the other people, and I was watching them, and I was like, I don't get it.
And
But at
they're-
the same time, I think like there's
Obviously,
stuff like
the
that
target
it's like
target audience is a lot younger. than
younger,
us,
but also like if
But
you
it-
threw someone into like an episode of our podcast, there's things that I'm sure that jokes have been made over time. Like,
Yeah.
but at this, like, I'm not
That's
going to
true.
go
I don't
back
know,
and watch
though. 'Cause
hours of YouTube videos.
You say that
I
their
don't think
target
so.
their target audience is young,
Mhm.
sure,
Yeah,
but they're like, I think that's kind of messed up because they're making money
off of children.
because
Yes.
because their target audience is like so young and easily manipulated,
Yeah.
basically. And
no,
that's,
like actually, yeah.
that's not like there should be regulations in YouTube, which why I think eventually maybe there'll be something to like stop that. I don't know how you would, because
Yeah.
part of why YouTube, dang, this is gonna be a good episode. Part of why YouTube is so well liked and everything is
Mhm.
because you could literally do whatever you want.
Yeah.
When it started, you could do whatever you
When
want.
okay, so this was
So are they gonna branch out and be like, oh, now we can't do this?
back
and
in
this?
back in 2013, so probably still true, but maybe not anymore. But I heard that I forget where I heard this, but it was in person. Someone told me this in person that so
wasn't
it's
on the
got to be
comment
true.
section.
It's not on the internet. Yeah, that if you tried to watch every second of every YouTube video at all
Crazy.
times, you'd be like losing ground. As in, what I'm saying is
Yeah.
that more stuff is uploaded per second than what you can watch.
But
Yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
think about
Yeah.
how many of those are like.
It's probably 10 times that now, though. It's like there's so much content.
I know,
Probably,
it's
yeah.
crazy.
So many people doing it.
So much of it is like nothing,
garbage.
Though.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
when I think back, like I used to post YouTube videos back in the day. And I think about just like, wow, why did I post
know.
that? Who,
No,
what
let's-
who
what I
was
think is
able to
interesting
impress?
is like there was like for us like our growing up like cringy stuff maybe like 5th 6th
Yeah.
grade. For us that was like posting
Yeah.
weird YouTube videos
know.
or something. And now
Yeah.
like
Well,
what is it like
That's fine.
Instagram
It's
stuff?
funny.
Well, I
And
think
no,
that's
it is
why-
funny. That's the thing. Like I
That's
don't,
part of why
I
I
don't
like-
regret that stuff because
Yeah.
it's like it's funny. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like what you did. You know.
That's
That's
true.
why I'm so jealous of kids like growing up with Snapchat now because
Right.
their cringy stuff could be on
It's gone.
Snapchat.
It's gone.
Yeah.
And then it's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah. That's true because I think we just missed like being children and being able to do YouTube because I think it came out when I was in like middle school-ish, maybe like
Yeah, I mean,
end of elementary
about-
school. But it's like I mean
Yeah.
my younger cousins.
But that was still when it was really popular.
yeah, but like my younger
We certainly
cousins
weren't adults.
who are 3rd grade are on
Yeah.
YouTube and like have favorite YouTuber like.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah, I remember at Christmas dinner we're all sitting around the table and one of my cousins asked the other cousin, "Who do you think's the most overrated YouTuber?"
Yeah, like-
I was like, "How do they have opinions on
and
this?"
I guess there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
but
there
like
isn't.
knowing the messed up and crazy stuff that's also on YouTube, like
Yeah.
it's pretty bad that there are 3rd graders that can
Mhm.
have access to that too.
Yeah.
But maybe that should be on the parents. I don't know. I'm no one to
No, I
judge.
think that's on
Yeah.
the like my who is this? My cousin. I have like a really old cousin, and his daughter was like,
like we're not talking 70s or 80s.
no, he's
90s.
wait. Oh, I thought you meant when he was born.
You're talking
I don't
triple
know.
digits.
So I guess I am talking that probably. No, he's 100. Yeah. No,
Still my cousin.
Either way, point is, so then his daughter is like what, like 15 years younger than me.
Did
or
I
something?
mention
I don't
he had
know.
a 8-foot long white beard?
And he lives in the North Pole. Anyway, when she was like 5 years old, and this is just like a kid thing probably, she was watching like Minecraft YouTube videos, and I thought it was like
Love it.
wicked strange. Like I was like, why are they
Yeah.
letting her like watch this
know,
like
right?
all the time?
That's just
It
like
would
the
be
way
like
of life. That's so
it would be
weird.
like, okay, like, you can use mom's tablet if you talk to the family for 5 minutes, and then then she'd go
I
leave and
don't
like
Minecraft
watch
tutorial
Minecraft
videos, yeah,
YouTube
that's
videos, and it
crazy.
was like, this is weird. Like when I was a kid, I mean, we didn't have it when we were that young.
Yeah.
But even when I was in middle school, what I was watching like
Yeah, can we go through? Can we all go through
Yeah,
our like
let's go through our
I want to go through everyone's like evolution. Like, do you remember your first YouTube video you saw or
I
your first
do.
time learning about it? And then like,
I remember.
We're-
I remember. Yeah. Okay. So
I think we should all too, and then talk through like how it plays a role
Okay,
in your life
yeah.
now.
So
yeah.
I remember my first time knowing what YouTube was in 6th grade, which was it had come out that summer.
Mhm.
So in probably early time, someone had told me what YouTube was, and I thought it seemed pretty cool. Whatever. I didn't really know what it was probably until maybe 8th grade, or no, that's not true. Probably 7th grade, but I never like really used it. I don't remember like seeing any of the early viral videos until way later. Anyway,
Even with like
So I
early
wasn't
viral
really
videos,
using it.
I don't
Yeah.
even know how many of those were on YouTube that I was watching.
Yeah,
That's
they're-
true.
I remember
Yeah.
Weird websites and
specifically the
stuff.
first like YouTube when I like
Yeah,
typed
like-
in YouTube.com, but a lot of the viral videos
Things never change.
could have been on like I don't know Daily Motion or whatever those weird
Yeah.
like, streaming ones are.
And like like I remember watching Numa Numa the first time I saw that. It definitely wasn't YouTube,
Yeah,
but I don't know what's
it's like
you know.
albino black sheep.
Probably
or something
albino
like
black
that.
sheep,
The
yeah.
local news station perhaps. I don't know.
So that was interesting. And then as I got older, I actually made a lot of videos as a kid and as a high schooler, more for like just like fun stuff. Like remember, Chris, we did like one about our scavenger hunt. Did you ever do that? Like scavenger hunt things. You did one with us.
Yeah,
actually,
I
back
think that's
then.
what
Yeah.
all the time.
And I made a video of that, of like just like our misadventures.
Sounds
whatever.
sounds like perhaps one of the first vlogs.
Yeah,
Probably
you
not.
could say that.
It was
Sup YouTube, Andrew here. Like,
Come at you
comment,
live on
like,
Scavenger Hunt.
subscribe, give me 5 stars. That it's still a rating system here on YouTube.
it was more like a music video, honestly. Like it was just like a song, and it was like everything sped up. really
Andrew
fast.
lip syncing to Numa Numa as he did a scavenger hunt.
We're all super busy.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. That's like the video of the guy, one of the first viral videos, the guy dancing around the world. Have you seen that
Yeah, I
one?
have seen that.
That's what I picture
Oh,
Andrew
yeah.
doing to Numa Numa
No.
during the scavenger hunt.
But actually, my big YouTube time was, I'd say, sophomore year of high school. I don't know. I think you might have talked about this last episode, Alex. It might have been early in this episode, but it's actually Modern Warfare 2. I used to watch people play Modern Warfare 2
Yeah.
all the time. It would be so fun for me. And honestly, I mean, I will say this. I might have mentioned this before. I'm really into this game Fortnite right now. It's very huge. I literally have not been this into a video game since I was like 15 years old. It is wicked fun. And
watch people
I
play on
started
YouTube?
watching people play again.
Yeah.
And I watched this guy. I'll shout him out, Hutch.
Oh yeah, one of the greatest.
Because we
I don't watch any video game stuff. But
yeah,
like
we won't
you gotta
spoil it, but
respect
this
Hutch.
this guy Hutch, we watch his chess videos, which we've been hyping
Yeah.
for a while. Finally, going to be doing this episode soon, and I used to watch his Modern Warfare 2 videos, so Alex found him separately, started watching his chess videos, which are more recent, and then he starts playing Fortnite, and I start watching him do this.
I think that's
It's great. So anyway, I'm getting off track.
that's part of the
but-
beauty of YouTube is like
You just find your things
Make
that
it
you like
fun.
to do,
Yeah,
and
like,
there's
I
a network
find-
for
I
people.
loved watching this guy play Modern Warfare 2, and then now, basically
he's
10 years later,
successful.
I'm watching him play this other game, and he's like old now, and it's cool because like before he was like the kid who was the guy, like the late mid-20s guy who was marketing to like high school kids and younger, and now he's like still a cool dude who
Yeah.
freaking plays chess,
Yeah.
and is still like his audience is like not little kids. It's like
crazy.
it's
Yeah.
more older people, so it's kind of nice. Anyway, so that's where I started with YouTube.
what about you, Chris?
Yeah, so I remember the first time I learned about it was in like computer lab back in like 6th grade, or
Computer lab.
that's what we would call it. It's
Yeah.
basically just like
Yeah.
learn how to
Computer
like
lab,
type
yeah.
and whatever.
Yeah, that was a great, very useful class.
And I didn't know what it was, but I saw like it was like the classic, like the shoes video, and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the muff-
yeah.
muffins.
See, those were
Leave
viral.
Britney alone.
Those
Yeah.
were viral videos, like shoes and muffins specifically.
Those were the ones that's
Yeah,
the first. YouTube
I
videos
thought they were
remember.
like bad videos that I thought only were like viral in my high school. It's like, these
Yeah.
clearly aren't funny, so
Mhm.
they,
Yeah.
they must just be viral in my high school. And then Chris the other day was like, "Oh, I got stuff to say about shoes and muffins." Oh damn!
Wow.
Yeah,
You
and
know-
there's like I remember those like unicorn videos.
That's what I was just
yeah.
gonna
Oh
say.
yeah,
that was
Charlie,
really-
I
wait,
think
what is that?
now
Charlie
that
the Unicorn?
Charlie
the
the
Unicorn. I
Unicorn.
actually think that's probably the first
Or Charlie
time
bit my
I was
finger.
shown a
Dang.
YouTube video.
See,
Yeah.
YouTube
Yeah.
has changed.
Charlie the Unicorn.
Like
See,
those
so-
videos
Yeah.
were just like, I want to make good content.
Mhm.
I
'Cause
just
I
wanna
re-
make-
I-
there was no
yeah.
asking to buy merch at the
Yeah,
end of Charlie
yeah.
the Unicorn. You know,
Can you imagine?
Buy
YouTube
the
has
Charlie
changed-
bit my finger T-shirt.
it would be like that probably.
Yeah.
that's another video, Chris.
So then,
Same unicorn.
so in the same like first time showing, I remember my friend showed me this video he made called dumbass kid does cool stunt, which was
Right. That is such a classic.
Such an
YouTube
early
title.
That's the early.
That
That's
is
like
prime early
yeah.
YouTube
that's like the
title.
first chunk of YouTube.
Yeah.
I think of like 2005
Uh-huh.
to 2009.
So I'd say
those are what the videos are. That's what I mean
Yeah.
though. They're not
Uh-huh.
trying to do clickbait stuff.
And I'd say
they're saying this is what it is.
this for me was
Do you wanna watch
before
it? Watch
any
it.
social media. Like
Yeah.
I think MySpace was a thing maybe. But
Wait, were you the dumbass kid or no?
no. So this was
Or
two of my
unrelated,
friends.
yes,
Yeah.
but in this video.
But so the video was one of my friends on a bike, another like a bicycle, another friend on a skateboard getting
Yeah.
dragged on the bike, and he goes off a ramp and just crashes. Super funny.
Great. Yeah.
But this was the first time I'd seen it had views. He had like 200 something views, and I
Yeah,
was like,
that's awesome.
"Holy
Yeah.
cow! Like
great.
you're famous." Obviously not. But this was before I knew any like quantifiable thing
Right,
about how many
right.
He
people are
turned
on
out
the
to
internet.
be your friend Casey Neistat.
I was going to say
Insane.
Steve-O. So that was how I started. And then it was just watching stupid videos. Going into high school, though, I think I used YouTube for music a lot more when I was like doing homework or
yeah,
something.
I still do that. I mean,
Yeah.
I got Spotify Premium maybe about a year ago,
Mhm.
and since then I haven't
Less,
been using it. But yeah,
But I think I would do that. And then in college, it was more I would listen to. I first listened to podcasts actually
That's
on
interesting.
YouTube.
That's a
Yeah.
common thing, I think.
But also I would listen to. I like listening to like live shows, like
Yeah.
music shows, as well as like stand-up comedy. And then also like I had a weird phase where I listened to a lot of interviews with rappers.
Yeah.
Even though I don't
Yeah.
listen to a lot of rap, I
That's
just thought it
common
was
on
really
YouTube
cool.
though. Like,
Yeah, just like Sway in the Morning, like
Yeah.
like those people like that.
watch some freestyles.
Freestyles, love those.
yeah, that's funny.
And then I think post college,
Mhm.
I've been using it most honestly for our hobbies, like for
Yeah.
you know,
Like looking up videos about
yeah, like
what we're gonna do.
Oh, like Rubik's Cube. How am I gonna learn how to do that? Or I'm researching YouTube. I
Yeah,
gotta
see,
watch
this
the
is what I was.
YouTube
This is what I was getting.
No,
at.
but
I
like
think-
chess, like
yeah,
any because
educational YouTube. Right, I watched
Mhm.
so many chess
'Cause I
videos.
heard
it's
this-
great. It's great.
I heard this interesting thing
educational YouTube very underrated.
the other day about just like technology and different in general, and someone
Mhm.
was like, if you were 50 years ago, if you're a kid in Arkansas who loves the yo-yo,
Mhm.
like you're the
Ooh, I'll get into my YouTube origins with the
Yeah.
yo-yos.
You're the only guy, right?
you think you're the
Yeah.
only person in the world. Nowadays, though, you have a forum for it. You have
That's why I have
places
so
you
much
can post
respect-
and talk to people.
That's why I have so much respect for some of these hobbies
Yeah.
that were still well-known hobbies before the internet.
Mhm.
Juggling,
Mhm.
yo-yoing.
Yeah.
Because like you're the only one doing it. You're just doing it because you love it.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
know.
that's
Now
true.
you could be doing it because you think you're good compared to the people you see. It's so much different.
And then I'd say also in high school, just want to touch on, we would make videos sometimes.
Yeah,
I
we should
I
shout
feel
out
like
our-
we got to put our
We should
video.
shout
in
out
the
our
link.
video. Yeah.
Me and Andrew back in the day made a ping pong ball
yeah, I
trick
remember
shot
this.
video. Balls for lols.
Yeah.
Great man.
Balls for Laws. Balls for
You
Laws.
guys were
2.
the original Dude Perfect.
Yeah, I think we were. Yeah,
I mean, we
definitely
were, like-
predated them.
Yeah,
There was a couple other videos before, but
Yeah.
but we
they
were
copied
like
us.
pretty quick on the trick shot scene because that was pretty popular for like I don't know
Yeah.
if like everyone was doing it, but like it was like it was good. And then Balls for Laws 2, we really went for it. I would check
Yeah.
out that. I've watched it like maybe like 6 months ago. It's still really good
Yeah.
because we really like we had to coordinate everything.
Yeah,
It was
we'll post
very,
it.
I
very
gotta,
technical.
I've seen both these, but I want to
But-
watch.
And we'll
it
post some
again
of
now.
Alex's videos in the description.
Yeah.
too. Some good ones.
And we even started recording for Balls for Laws 3 a while back, but we were never able to complete it.
definitely.
However, we should try to finish it one day because we have some crazy footage. Like remember the one shot of the well, I guess we could spoil it, but the one that we're at like a parking garage. My brother was in his topless Jeep and he threw a
Oh,
ball
yeah.
like off, like he drove
That was
over
insane.
a cup and then threw a ball off like the parking garage like cement like
Through
into
his
a cup.
topless Jeep?
Yeah,
Whoa, that's
it's
pretty cool.
nuts. Like it should have taken us like 10 hours and we got lucky. And
So
hit
you
it,
do
like,
stuff
in an
like
hour.
that pre 2005. You're
Yeah.
a loser.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
who's gonna
Yeah.
see it?
Exactly.
Why? There's no
Exactly.
reason to do it back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe YouTube made people push the limits a little bit.
Yeah, so my origins with YouTube, I remember the first video I watched. I was the guy in Arkansas, not really Arkansas, but who was really into yo-yoing when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my brother was like, "Oh, have you seen this video, like, Yo-Yo Man or whatever?" It was on YouTube. It's just this guy at the World Yo-Yo Contest being really good at yo-yoing.
crushing it.
And I was like, it was a viral video. I was like,
Yeah.
this is crazy. That was the first YouTube video I saw. Then I remember I was probably in middle school, maybe early high school. Like I remember seeing a viral video of a guy lip syncing to I think it was like a Kelly Clarkson song. I could be wrong. And it went viral. And it was just him. It was one of those videos where it's like 3 different blocks.
Yeah.
His
Yeah,
faces
yeah,
in
yeah.
each of them. He's
Yeah.
singing different parts. And that was like the first time I realized people could just make something and it goes viral.
Yeah.
So me and my brothers were trying to make these videos that went viral. I don't even know if half of them are still on YouTube. I remember I did one that was like a line rider, but like I made it myself. So
Oh,
I
I
made
remember
like
line rider.
string, and the guy would go down.
That's
Got probably 4 views, almost nothing.
But back in the
still
day, I would be
cool.
like, sick.
Right?
Yeah.
It was like one of those things. Like nowadays, it would never be trending.
When Balls
but
for
it had
Lols got
potential.
like 1,000 views, we were just like, damn.
We made it.
Like,
Yeah,
that's cool.
right?
Like, you know, that's enough for
It
us.
felt like a Logan Paul pre. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I guess we would all, like my brothers and I would do that, and our friends
Mhm.
made one video, got a pretty decent amount of views. Foursquare Gentleman
Great
Sport.
video.
You guys
Yeah.
have ever heard
I'd
of
say
it?
that was one of the first things I knew about you.
That was one of
So,
the, it was one of the first things you told us at running camp. I have this video called
You said, "Hey, my name's
Foursquare
Alex,
Gentleman
and I'm a
Sport.
YouTuber."
I just looked it up. Guess how many views? You guys have any guesses?
I would guess like 80,000 maybe.
82,000
Yeah,
views right now.
nice.
That's pretty
On
good.
YouTube, still gets comments.
Yeah.
6 months ago, I had a
I-
comment.
We'll link. We should link that too.
Didn't
Foursquare
you
Gentleman
get a
Sport. Very
comment
good.
from someone that was like, "I teach gym
Someone
class."
was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I teach."
Well,
I
tell them
teach
the premise of the video.
So the video is just myself, 2 of my brothers, and my cousin, and we're just playing an awesome game of Foursquare. It's like edited. It's
Yeah,
it's-
there's some tricks involved.
yeah. There's
some
one
editing
scene.
tricks.
I don't know if I've even told you guys this.
No, you did. I know what you're gonna say.
Okay.
But you can say
There's
it,
one
say it.
scene where, like we filmed it all in one day,
Mhm.
and the next day I got a haircut, and we edited it together, and I realized like we need one more clip. So there's one scene where I turn the corner, and my hair is like significantly shorter, like a drastic haircut.
That's funny.
And then, but yeah, so check it out. It's called Foursquare Gentleman Sport.
Yeah, we'll link them all. Balls for Lols 2, and Foursquare Gentleman Sport.
But yeah, so
That's
some
how we
guy
can
was like,
plug
"Oh,
our
I
stuff.
teach gym class in
Oh,
something wrong, Andrew?
yeah, it's just that thing again.
Oh, a new subscriber to our YouTube channel."
There we
I
go.
gotta make my computer not
Either way,
sleep.
it's nice. It's just nice. Like that means nothing. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
YouTube video. Any of these are just YouTube videos. But strangers see it and it's like, oh dang, this is cool. And then I think after that video took off, not took off, but it got views.
Mhm.
We had this tree in my backyard, big, massive, like oak tree or some sort,
Yeah.
and we had to get it chopped down because it was New England. There's hurricanes, whatnot. You don't
Yeah,
want it falling
yeah.
into your house.
It's too big.
So we got our tree chopped down, and we filmed it. We used to have you guys ever have the flip video cameras?
I didn't
Yeah.
have one.
Very
but
popular.
My
in
brother
the,
had one.
in
Yeah.
the
someone in my family did.
early YouTube vlogging
That's actually
days.
that's actually Chris, when so before we made our first trick shot video, we made like a sample video in one day with like really bad shots
Oh,
for like
yeah.
45 seconds. Remember, we used my brother's flip camera.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Flip like went out of business or they had to
Oh, really?
sell off their business.
Probably.
That's criminal because they like
They
like
started it all.
vlogging
So
is
many
so
people started
big
with
for
that.
YouTube even now.
Yeah,
And the
it was
flip
all
camera
flips.
was
Yeah, you're
was like
right.
what created that basically.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true.
So my dad, me, probably some of my brothers videotaped this tree being chopped down in our yard. It's this like 5-minute long video where absolutely nothing happens until the very end. The tree finally falls, and we we posted on YouTube. And I'm not gonna say I created clickbait. I'm not gonna say I'm the originator of the clickbait title. And yeah, I'm not gonna say I don't know, persuaded YouTube into what it is now. But we called it 2 men almost killed by falling tree, basketball spared.
dream,
And I don't know if it got many views, but I just remember thinking that was funny.
You look
And
back and it's like 16 million.
and then at the very end, like remember like annotations? I know they're still
Yeah,
around,
yeah.
but
Oh,
they used to
those
be
are so
like big
annoying.
that you could pop up. We
Yeah.
popped them up like on the basketball after the tree fell. Like, ooh, this guy got spared or something like that.
That's good.
So we'll link that too.
Yeah, one other thing I wanted to mention is that another time in high school, our friend who was actually in the trick shot video with us, we all went and saw this movie, Big Mama's 3, like Father, like Son.
I looked this up the other day.
Yeah, Big Mama's like Father, like Son. I don't know why we were so into seeing it. It was mostly me just trying to get everyone to see it because I thought
Yeah.
it would be funny.
Okay.
It was hilarious, obviously. Probably would not like it now.
Tyler
Whatever.
Perry.
And
Oh, yeah, that's Tyler
we
Perry.
saw it like
Yeah.
opening night basically, and one of our friends went home.
Still the only ones there. Somehow.
Went home without copyright and like took like the most popular song from the movie. It's called Lyrical Miracle. It was like very featured in the movie. It's
Yeah.
like an original song.
Sure.
And he just posted it to YouTube, and then like, it had like probably about 100,000 views in like 2
Whoa.
days. And then like for years it was dragging on, and like it finally got to 1 million views.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
1 million
and we
views.
were just like, holy crap.
That's awesome.
But I
So,
don't know. It's interesting to think that like, if you're smart, I think especially a few years ago, you could really monetize YouTube just like posting stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like
Yeah, these-
and he did the classic thing like I do not own this song.
But that you can't.
doesn't
like,
matter.
I
at
don't
all.
think you could get money for that.
No, I
I
don't,
guess
I
for
don't think so.
something like
I don't
that,
think so. But like,
you probably
it was just
finagle
cool
something.
that like
But yeah, you could
Like,
definitely finagle
we
something.
went as a complete joke, and then like I don't know.
I
It's
know,
so
it's-
stupid
it's
because it
cool to
doesn't
say,
matter.
like,
It
oh, I have
doesn't
a
matter
million
at
views
all.
on YouTube. Anything,
But
yeah.
he literally had a video that he had nothing to do with other than a little bit of effort, and
But,
he
like,
got 1 million views.
Do you think there's a song right now that if you post it on YouTube, even before it gets taken down for copyright, it could get 1 million views?
I don't know. It
I
probably.
wonder.
I
Like,
don't know how
No, you're
strict they are
right
about
because that was like
if I post
think that
like
was an
Taylor
interesting
Swift
time where it was,
Endgame
like-
lyrics,
it was early enough in YouTube, I guess, where it was like I mean that was like half of YouTube's life ago. It was probably 2010, and then
But I
also
used
it's
to
not
watch-
a popular movie, and like
when I was in like middle school, I would listen to music through YouTube
Right.
because
Yeah.
I didn't have like you said, I didn't have.
oh right,
Spotify
so that's
or
exactly it. Like there was maybe just like Pandora or something.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you wanted to listen to that song, because it's not maybe it was on iTunes, but if
It's
you
so
don't want to
crazy
spend the
to think,
money
like,
or something.
There's
Yeah.
all that different stuff you could do with YouTube. I don't know. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Do you remember when YouTube started to get ads?
Yeah.
Like, in the early days, there were no ads.
I know. It's
Right when
crazy.
YouTube got ads,
People were not happy with that.
Also, one thing. So I do want to talk real quick about the YouTube comments section because I think
I
that
love
it
it.
could warrant its own episode. Honestly, it's so insane.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
it
going to be
definitely
one of
could.
my what's on your minds, but we can just do it here. But when YouTube was acquired by Google, that's when the comment section started sucking. And what I mean is that
I
like
like how
because-
you're
yeah.
trying to have this like somewhat intellectual conversation.
Yeah.
It's been acquired by Google. We got the Google Play, Google Plus, and this is why it really sucks ass now.
it's true. It's true.
Yeah,
Like,
because is your account now is tied to
it's tied to
Google?
a person.
Because I remember ESPN had a similar thing happen too, where it was like
ESPN. Okay,
Well,
ESPN
why is this
comments
bad?
are-
Just because it says
well,
your name?
okay,
Because I'm pretty sure now.
ESPN comments used to be really funny and really
you could
like.
just
All right, I don't
not-
care about ESPN.
Well,
but
but
It's
the
a
same
similar
idea.
kind of story,
It,
yeah.
it wasn't like politically correct. It was you could just kind of say whatever you wanted because it was like anonymous.
Yeah, yeah.
But
didn't
then it
need
got
to
like
linked,
Reddit kinda?
It got linked to your Facebook. So then all the comments
Ooh, yeah.
were stupid at that point. And in YouTube, it was kind of similar where like. I don't. It was
Is
a
YouTube-
different kind of downfall. Like it wasn't like the comments were boring. It was
Mm-hmm.
just that they really sucked for some reason. But pre-YouTube comments would try to be like they did this thing where they would have 2 top comments on a video and they would reset after like a month or something. So if you got on that once, people would be more likely to see that and they'd give it a thumbs up and
It's
it would
like
stay on there
pins,
longer.
right.
It would basically
Yeah.
be like pinned comments. So then people would actually try to be clever to like get on that thing. And I remember my brother got on it a couple times and we were all, we were really happy for him just like on stupid videos.
Yeah.
See, I still think YouTube comments are really good. So maybe I didn't know
Oh,
it
they're
enough
so
back
bad.
in the day. Like I
But
still find
there can
I
be
see
some
like
good
funny
ones.
memes like.
Oh my God, dude. Okay, so what I'll tell the listeners to do is go look up any song on the top 100, Billboard 100. I'll say top 10 just to make it safe. Look up any song. Look at the
I'm gonna look
YouTube
up.
comments. And just look it up right now. Look up.
Taylor Swift Endgame.
Sure.
Well, the
Siri.
problem I think now is
And
too,
they're
is that,
all
like,
terrible. They don't make any sense.
It's-
Literally, like,
yeah.
are you watching in January 2018?
Oh, I see.
So
I
bad.
I like that stuff. I thought that's what you meant.
No,
It's like a
that's-
funny meme.
That's not funny.
Oh.
Look at them now.
Like I watched this guy. Did you ever watch the Needle Drop? He does like music reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his like fan base is all like meme people. So his comment section is all like
I guess it depends on the video.
stupid jokes about him, but they're funny.
Because
Like,
if you're listening
That's
to like
different,
a Vivo video,
Yeah,
which is
any
like
Vivo is bad.
super branded,
Look up Endgame or God's Plan.
because they probably
Endgame,
they probably have
well,
such a
yeah.
they want to make sure that the comments are good. Like anything talking bad about the person, they probably are deleting.
yeah, this is all like wholesome.
Yeah,
Tay. That's nice.
like
Ed
this
Sheeran's
if you
part was the
appreciate
best.
Taylor Swift's contribution.
I
to
guess
music.
yeah. The old YouTube was like, I don't know. I guess people aren't commenting first. as
It would
much
be like
anymore.
interesting stuff, like something stupid,
know
like
what
this part at one so and so is pretty funny,
Yeah.
But now it's just
See,
like
that's still around. I think if you go to like the mainstream YouTube stuff, like
Yeah.
the music and stuff. But if you found like Hutch's videos,
Yeah.
I bet people are commenting funny stuff in Hutch's videos.
that's probably true.
or like the
Depends
small
on what video
the
you're watching.
small business of YouTubers. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Like the Needle Drop,
Mhm.
or like I watch these other like smaller channels that get like not even 100,000 views a video, but they're big enough to have a fan base.
Yeah.
Those guys are commenting funny stuff because it's like
and their fan
That's
base
good.
has
It's
like an identity.
yeah, it's like your
yeah.
people you're talking to in the comment section, so they'll say something funny that they know other people will laugh at. You
Yeah.
know?
Okay.
Mm,
All right. So
interesting.
maybe I was being a little harsh, but I just think that the comment
this
section
comment on Taylor
really
Swift's video-
deteriorated.
Is first this one is Brazil ?
Yeah. How many thumbs up does it have?
I don't know. Oh, it doesn't have any. It was 2 days ago. But this one was who's here before 100M? 17 thumbs up. Let's see how many
That's
views.
still not bad.
Yeah.
The video has Oh, 83 million. So
Oh, see, so
hold on, wait. I
yeah,
want
so
to
no, that's
throw-
the,
throw
no,
it
no,
like-
no. I'm gonna throw thumbs up it.
that's the exact kind of comment that is so
yeah, exactly.
stupid.
Like everyone's
The
gonna like that.
safest comment ever, you know, like, oh,
At least
I've
say
got
first.
I've got a lot of time till
Yeah.
100 M.
At least
so,
say second.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that YouTube comments are dumb. We can,
Okay, yeah.
move on from that. I'm curious about what you guys did. You guys like when in middle school or early high school? Did you like really follow anyone religiously? Like like
I don't know, I was
Shay
just
Carl
thinking-
and like stuff like that.
I'd say
Like,
I was a big
Ray
fan
William
of
Johnson.
Ray William Johnson. I'd say
Yeah.
I remember.
I never watched Ray Williams.
I remember back in
Johnson.
the day, me and you, and like I feel like we had a small group of people who would like
Yeah.
hang out and watch those videos.
We did,
you know?
yeah. This was like sophomore year.
And
maybe,
then I'd say
early
that
high
there was like
school.
a bunch of
But they were good. Too.
they were good.
Like,
It was just
I
like
bet they would still
they're
be
literally
funny,
like
yeah.
reaction videos,
Yeah.
basically like Tosh.0, but back in the day.
Yeah.
There was also kind of like you said, I liked watching like Modern Warfare, like because I would play video games. I'd watch
Yeah.
all those like best 5.
Yeah.
kills
yeah.
of the
Like
day.
top kills and stuff.
That was
Oh,
fun to
that was
watch.
Good.
I'm trying to think what else.
I remember watching like Epic Mealtime was probably
Oh,
the
that's
first
a- that-
channel I
yeah.
followed.
Epic
That
Mealtime
was
is like a
definitely one.
classic. They're like, I feel like they're like middle YouTube to me. Like the real
Yeah, you're
original
right.
is
I don't-
like Smosh, like
Mhm.
Fred, you know,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
all that stuff.
So you
And-
guys
and
ever
then
watch? Ooh, how about this one? Dax Flame. You guys
Dax
know him?
Flame? Yeah.
That's
yeah.
like-
Oh wait, no, I do remember that.
That's
yeah.
like classic YouTube for me.
Mhm.
Like,
Do you know
I-
that video, like a day in the life of Dax Flame
That's
or
so
whatever?
funny.
probably I
That's
don't know.
really
I'm
good.
sure I've seen them all.
It's like a whole anti-joke.
I wonder what he's doing these days.
Hmm.
He was so good. Like I would laugh so much watching his videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I really like followed channels until probably pretty recently. Like
Really?
or at least subscribed.
Yeah, see, so I'll say I never, and this was just something I think about growing up. I was kind of told, my parents were very like, the internet is scary. Everyone will take all your information.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have like a what's it called AIM like
Yeah.
account until like late middle school, whereas a lot of my friends had it like 4th grade,
Yeah.
and it was because they were so strict. So I never had like a YouTube account, and I feel like that like still like lingers on for some reason. Like I don't like using like my name for stuff.
I think that's.
I don't know.
It's like
It's weird, but it's like because YouTube, I'd be like, oh, I want to make a great comment because that's
Yeah.
what all the cool kids are doing.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So
So I wouldn't subscribe, but I would, look
You
up
just watch a
people
lot.
somewhat.
yeah, that's
regularly.
so weird to think like
Right?
you're afraid of your identity getting out there by subscribing to Smosh. or
Right, yeah.
something. Like, that's,
when he,
one of the
especially when he has like
most-
millions
now
of
that
people.
you understand the internet
Exactly.
more as like an adult, it's
Yeah.
like that's so stupid.
That's so
to
stupid.
say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
Like
You never-
Shane Dawson is like another really
Oh,
old
yeah.
like.
Yeah, never really.
And
watched
then
it.
right, Epic Mealtime was more of like a like high
That's
school
later
for
on,
us.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
wonder,
yeah, definitely.
are they still around or no?
I think so. I think that Harley dude is.
I think they've had like
pretty
TV
successful.
shows at points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, Shay Carl's been in the news lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did something bad, right?
He like cheated on his wife, and I think like I don't know. I guess he seems like a good enough guy. I don't want to track his name. through
You
the
could
thread.
watch all his vlogs for 7
One thing I
years.
will say though is I watched the other night. I watched like top 10 YouTubers who like lost their fans or something like that.
Was he on there?
He was on there.
I feel like
but
he's like a wholesome enough
yeah.
guy to like. Well,
Mhm.
I see. I actually had this somewhat of a conversation. Well, I don't even know. Maybe it's something I thought. Like Shay Carl like had this like image to himself where he was like showing his whole life
Yeah.
and like, all right, I'm very open and this is what YouTube should be. So now you see these vlogs and you think
Mhm.
people are like, oh, I'm vlogging, I'm showing you my whole life. But it's that classic like, oh, people only post the positive aspects of their life. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
get FOMO or whatever.
Mm.
That's messing with people's minds.
true.
That's like
That's not what
that's
your life
literally
is.
like depressing people because they think, oh, my life isn't that good.
Did Shay
Mhm.
Carl do that too?
So
you're
Shay
saying, or
Carl
no?
said he was showing his whole life,
he
but
wasn't.
now that he's in the news for, cheating on his wife and
Yeah.
like being an alcoholic, like,
Yeah, that's
dude,
true.
you shouldn't have lied like that
Mhm.
because now like people that think they're not living a high enough quality life because they have issues are sad because
Yeah.
they weren't living like you. And I think that's like, I don't know,
Yeah, that's a good
unethical.
point.
I don't
The
know.
whole
They can do
vlog
whatever they
thing
want.
was like that was like a big scene for like
it's still just entertainment, but
a
don't
while.
lie.
Yeah. I think- I
'Cause
don't
it
know.
messes with-
I think-
especially when
yeah.
your demographic is kids. Like
Exactly.
I don't
Right.
know.
'Cause
That's,
then you
that's
got-
the
I
only
don't know.
reason I'm not a vlogger.
And it's
is 'cause
also-
I'm better than
It's
it.
a weird thing to like have your life be centered around like. I mean, if it's what you want to do, it's what you want to do. But it's
a
like,
little cynical, right?
yeah, it's like okay, like
it's so
today's
strange.
vlog, we're gonna do this. It's like, isn't that just what your day is, right? Like,
No,
is
I
that
don't-
just like your life now?
The
Is
9 to
making
5.
vlogs? But I will say, I think going back to, so I watched the top 10 YouTubers who lost all their money and fans, whatever.
Mhm, mhm.
I think this just shows that like
It's a real
everything.
pick me up of a video.
it was really sad. To show that like I always watch YouTube videos, but I didn't recognize like maybe 8 of the 10. So it's like
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm behind on YouTube or if I never really follow people, but I don't
there
know.
are still YouTubers out there that get
Yeah.
millions of dollars a year probably.
Mhm.
So I remember
And I'll
like
never know who they are.
I feel like we probably stopped watching YouTube seriously. I would guess around 2012. And that is probably when like PewDiePie or whatever.
Oh yeah, I like
think
PewDiePie.
actually.
I don't watch him, but he seems like the videos I see of him, he seems like a.
Oh, I think he seems like a loser. I
I think
know.
Really?
towards
Dude,
Yeah.
he's the most viewed YouTuber.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like that's when I think that was my exit strategy.
Have you watched like his videos?
No, he
I
just
think
seems
he's
like a loser. I don't know.
You haven't
that's wrong of you. I don't know. I think he's not. I don't know.
I have not
I don't
seen
watch
his
his videos. I've
Yeah.
just seen some of his videos.
Can you imagine if he's listening to this podcast?
Yeah, jeez.
He's a listener
Well,
of this
he was in the
podcast,
news
but
recently.
He was
I'm
just
not.
about to share it to his billions of fans.
He's in the news too.
He was pretty recently
Jeez.
for like saying some bad
All
stuff.
these
but-
YouTubers.
That's it, man. Like scary. You can't say
Scrutiny.
anything.
But
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know many. I don't really know much about PewDiePie, but I
'Cause
think you would like him.
I
He's
also
fine. He
sometimes
seems
I will
funny.
find myself going to weird like, you know, you like go down the rabbit hole of videos,
Yeah.
and then you're watching every video on this random person's account.
Yes.
The other day I was watching
That's fun though. I think.
some
that
girls
is
like
fun.
vlog, and then she had a whole thing about how she said some guy like was being weird to her at her party or something, like being like.
Was it
you know,
popular or like?
It was, and I didn't know either of these people, but there were millions of people like defending each of them.
Yeah, that's
Whoa.
so
And then
weird.
the guy put out a diss track about her.
That's Logan
like-
Paul. It must have been Logan. or
No,
Jake
it
Paul.
wasn't him, but it was like
It's so
someone in that
weird.
sort of. And
Yeah.
then she was like, I haven't listened to diss track yet, but like,
Okay,
I was
see, so, like,
this is so
that-
much.
that's what I think
And
is
this is
really
what like my
interesting.
middle school
That's a
cousins
20
are into. You know.
Diss
No,
tracks are
actually, 'cause, like,
2017
with the
YouTube.
Logan Paul thing and all that controversy, right?
Mm-hmm.
All these people made YouTube videos bashing Logan Paul.
But they
with
got
a-
successful because
exactly,
of that.
which
It's
is
so messed up.
annoying, and it's like, and like you know exactly what you're doing.
Like you're not taking the moral high ground.
Exactly,
You're
like
you're
it's not fooling anyone.
clickbaiting
Really,
people,
it's you're
essentially.
just clickbaiting. Like, here's what I think about the Logan Paul thing. I think he was a huge.
Like, if someone posted,
redacted
like,
for
a-
doing that, like,
posted like a blog
obviously you think
post
that.
instead, because blogs are a dead media essentially.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
If someone was like, "Hey, I like wrote this blog about it instead," like I would be like, "All right, I respect you because you're not like trying to. You're clearly not trying to
Get
you know,
YouTube views.
get successful off of
Exactly, yeah.
someone else's mistake." But you're right. So many people were like, I had people who I know personally, but like post a YouTube video. I'm like, dog, like that's not how it
Do
works.
something better with your
man.
time.
It's
I don't
just- yeah.
I don't think better of you now.
and like obviously his thing was bad too, but
Yeah.
like it's just a whole thing. Like that's why I think the YouTube culture is very weird. Like
It is weird.
Mhm.
It's so
It's weird.
a
That's
little
what I
much.
think.
But
Like,
at the same time, if I was maybe 13, 14 right now, I'm sure I'd be a part of it, you know, because I liked it back in
Maybe.
the day.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not. It's just
Definitely.
an evolved version of what it was before.
No, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
because we're like, I don't know.
And
Because
yeah,
I listen. I do
still-
like. I feel like I do the adult versions of it.
Yeah.
Like I listen to
It's funny
podcasts
'cause-
that I follow. I
Right.
listen to.
So when I watched like those Fortnite videos that I was talking about, sometimes I watch this other guy who's better than Hutch because it's like, yeah, I know, it's like fun to watch him play because he's so good, but he's so like, it's weird because he's like an older, you know, like a couple years older than me, who's
My
like
old
marketing
cousin.
to like little kids, and he's like
I know,
making
right?
like literally $1 million a year due to subscribers.
so
That's insane.
strange.
And but then I like watching Hutch because he talks about like political stuff, so it's totally different.
Yeah,
like,
that's so
what
weird.
people talk about. Like this guy just talks about like random stuff and like classic like not funny high school jokes, you know.
It's strange because
And,
like,
and Hutch will talk about political stuff, and that's nice. It's different. I don't know.
is it wrong to market to like the young kids? Part of me feels like it is.
Yeah, I think it is.
But I mean, I don't know.
But
It's-
like,
they
but-
need their.
but TV
things
shows
to
do that,
Yeah,
and that's
TV
not
shows
wrong.
do. Like toy companies.
right?
do,
It's
you
just
know?
like it could be like mutually beneficial, but trying to get someone to like
I don't know.
buy your stuff
like,
or like
another
I don't
thing is
know.
like these YouTubers will like I watch some like I'll watch if I have a hobby or something, I'll
Yeah.
watch YouTube channels based on that.
Yeah.
And these guys, even though I only care about them because like they have to do with the hobby I have, they still want to be like successful YouTubers. So they watch like Logan Paul and stuff like that, who I think is stupid. So they'll be like, "Oh yeah, Logan Paul, he always says like positivity, blah blah blah," and it's
Yeah.
like, dog, come on. But at the same time, I want him to be successful
Yeah,
because I
right,
like his
it's
videos.
tough. Yeah, right.
So it's like, do I want him to just be a small YouTuber and only cater to his small group of fans, or do I want him to be successful? Because I used to really like Casey Neistat,
Me too.
when he
I
first
was a big fan
started.
of him.
and then it was like he got successful, and it's like, oh, I feel like he's gotten worse because he's successful. But did he?
don't
I
know,
should
yeah,
be
man.
happy if I really
Yeah,
liked him that he
that's
got
good.
successful.
that's a good point.
It's weird, but it's like
That
once
is
you get
really weird.
successful, you're just like doing this like.
Because I think it changes
This
like
loop.
I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, it's
to-
like you're using a formula to make your
yeah.
videos.
Because it's like
where
well also
when you were small, it felt like it
when
was
you start
personal.
doing a vlog, I guess it's you're filming your life, and at the beginning, it's it's relatable, it's normal stuff. At the end,
Right.
you're famous and showing stuff that it's like, okay, like do I really need to see you hanging
Yeah.
with Justin Bieber?
Or it's like when they
well, I guess that's what he's doing.
when they realize that the clickbait stuff really works.
Yeah,
And,
they
like,
can make money off of it.
It's like, dude,
And you
I
can't-
liked you before. Like,
Yeah.
you didn't need clickbait, and now
Yeah.
it's like I feel like you're tricking
Dude,
me into watching
even
a
Hutch
video.
does it. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Like his thumbnails will
Yeah,
be like
right?
thumbnails and then like titles. It's all the same.
Mhm.
Like
And
it's all clickbait.
I'm okay. I almost wish like I watched some other like vloggers kind of, but like I don't know. I guess Hutch isn't a vlogger. Really.
No.
I don't know how to say it, but like people who just kind of do
It's
stuff
kind of like
and
that.
talk.
What's that site? Twitch? Is that the?
Yeah.
That's where you like post videos.
But, like,
of
Hutch-
playing. Like I think
Well, that's where you like.
that's like a whole
stream.
new network, like
Yeah,
streaming
yeah,
and playing.
yeah.
If Hutch
I've never really done that. Like
or
watching
any,
that,
if
but-
any smaller YouTuber did like put out their random videos, whatever, and then every once in a while put out one that's like, all right, clearly this is just to like trick people into watching their channel.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny.
I
And
guess
fun.
I would be fine with that. I don't know. It's
But
like,
at
what
the
do I
same time,
want?
it's
I don't
like-
know. It's
It's tough because it's like that's like the grind for them. Is like
I
they
know
need,
that's the
they
thing.
need to
It's
get
their
Yeah,
views.
business,
they
so
need
I
to make money.
understand that
I
they
think.
should do
Yeah,
that.
I've kind of
Right.
decided like you
It's
can't be
tough.
upset about ads.
Because
in
I'm
any
sure
video.
there's stuff that we've
Mm.
talked about posting on as our podcasts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That like maybe other like not obviously it's not clickbait, but it's like it could be like the same.
people be like,
in the
oh,
same
they're doing
family.
episodes on this because
Just like tune in to find out or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Right.
If we
I saw a great when I was on my going deep down the rabbit hole of YouTube.
Mm.
I was watching this guy has a whole series of videos, and the first one was like guy gives $30,000 to random like video game streamer or something.
Yeah.
And then I saw he did the video and he was like, yeah, I'm giving him this money because I'm a fan of him. He's like, but also this video is sponsored by this company. Like they gave me the money. And at
Yeah.
first I was like, kind of like, all right, this is annoying. But then I was like, man, he gave the kid the money. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then I watched, he has a whole series of videos where this is the whole premise. It's like, give this
Really?
pizza delivery guy like $2,000 or something. And then he goes to pizza guy. He's like, can you just download this app on your phone? And it's like the app sponsoring the episode.
Dang.
So I'm like,
That's
that
kinda
kind of
cool.
made me happy. It was
know.
like
It's like, I don't
mutually
know how to think
beneficial
about
for everyone involved.
Okay. Keep that in mind when we get
Yeah.
to my what's on your mind. I'm very excited to reveal
Wait,
something
but,
with you
like,
guys.
is it though? Because like the video is like
It's basically an ad.
but like the premise of the video is like, wow, I can't believe this guy would give his money to this just a small guy. But he's not.
Yeah.
It's a sponsorship giving that money.
But I think part
so
of
it's like he's still
yeah.
kind of like tricking you.
But I think he's being very clear about it, though. is
Yeah,
the
so
thing.
that
You
is-
know, that's
it's
why
a
it's so
difference.
fun. He's like,
I just think that.
All right, all right.
It was fun to
Before we
watch.
need to move on soon.
'Cause
Let's.
that's like
I want to
these-
get to
Prank videos.
I've used this is like a maybe minor subsection, but I've used YouTube to learn how to play songs on piano.
Mm,
Have you guys
yeah.
done this for?
I do.
like,
So back in the
Guitar
day,
Chris or
I played the
something?
guitar, and I used to. There was a great video channel where it was sometimes when you're playing guitar, you'll do a thing where like you'll play some like just like some chords, and someone will solo, and you go back and forth.
Yeah,
So there was this video of this guy who would like play chords for you, and you could like solo over, and then you go back and
That's
it was so
pretty
much
cool.
fun.
Pretty
So it's
cool,
like
yeah.
it's basically like you have a jam band together with just
Yeah, I
like-
guess
that
I'm like
stuff
so
feels like
that's fun, and that's how
saving
I
all
think
the
I
good
got-
stuff for
yeah.
the very end. But I used like that for learning piano songs, and then there's this like app called I think like Synthesia or something where like it's not an actual person playing, but you can see the notes. You know the like
Yeah.
floating notes.
Yeah.
Like
Guitar Hero esque.
honestly, I don't think it's as good as a person actually playing, but it's still cool. Like it's
Yeah.
just
See, like,
a good part of YouTube.
That on YouTube feels like that's what I want YouTube to still
Exactly,
be.
yeah.
Because those people probably aren't making money.
No,
Yeah.
You don't
that's the
see a
thing.
clickbait
That's exactly it.
title for how to play a certain song on piano or guitar.
Yeah.
It's like very like I just want to help people out.
Yeah.
So here it is.
It's funny. I think continuing on the instructional video thing, my dad is a big fan of YouTube, and he'll use it for like
Yeah, like-
he hates like having to pay someone for
Yeah,
anything.
my dad does the same
So
thing.
it's like I'll come down and my dad's watching a video on like how to like fix this random pipe in the car.
yeah,
And I'm
my
like,
dad
"Damn."
does the same thing.
I
I'll
keep
be
I
doing
keep
that
telling
when
my
I'm a
dad he
parent.
needs his own YouTube channel because all the people making them are like people like him, just
Yeah.
like just really wanted to help. You know?
It's great, but like it's so true. Like if I have a car issue,
Mhm.
I'm gonna YouTube it before
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
go to a shop or something because
Mhm.
you save so much money.
yeah.
And like I don't know, I feel like that is a big dad thing to do because my
Yeah.
dad does that exact thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? You guys have any videos you want to plug
I
before
definitely
we
do.
head out?
I don't know. See, the other thing, like you said, you would watch Ray William Johnson together.
Yeah,
I feel like
we did do
YouTube to
that.
me has always been
No,
like
but
a.
okay. We would do it like before runs. I remember too. It'd be like a treat or something. Like
Yeah,
we
right, I
wouldn't
don't-
just hang out
I
to
just-
watch Ray William Johnson.
But yeah, I just think
But yeah.
I've never like I guess I've watched viral videos with people, or I've said like, hey, check this video out.
Yeah.
I feel like
Mhm.
YouTube has always been like a. You know, this is just me
Yeah, just
watching some
hanging out.
videos by myself.
Okay.
I've never been like,
Yeah.
hey, let's gather around and watch Philip DeFranco. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure people do, and there's nothing
Mhm.
wrong with it. But
So I have a few videos I want to shout out.
All right.
Number one, I think we can all agree with this. I think this is what got me into podcasting. Is
Hey.
Jake and Amir, and
Oh,
the old
yeah.
school like college humor
we didn't even
videos.
talk about Jake and Amir.
So funny. I still watch those videos.
I don't even know if those were
They didn't. They started on College Humor,
College Humor, I
and then
think.
Jake
they
and
go to YouTube.
Jake and Amir videos
If you're listening.
are hilarious.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's cool.
I'd say if you haven't listened to them, or
Borderline
if you're not aware of them,
amazing.
like that's what got me. I think that's what got me into like comedy is watching those
Yeah,
videos.
those-
Yeah, literally like the
Perfect time
Yeah,
in our
begin-
lives.
Yeah,
to,
it was like
like,
right when I started
get
to
into
like
something.
have opinions on things, and
literally would be like when I went to college, my friend who's still my current roommate, I met him like a week into school, and he was like the only person I had met and that had talked about Jake and Amir, and that was like a big thing immediately. Just like, okay, we probably have a similar sense of humor.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of why we started this podcast.
Literally,
definitely, yeah. So
Jake and Amir feels like the same kind of thing where it's like they were like in their 20s, but their main demographic was probably like
kids,
early high
teens,
school,
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
A couple other videos I got to shout out. One, I remember one time I saw a Reddit thread that said, "What's the best YouTube video under 1,000 views?"
Yeah, yeah. I think
Mhm.
I've come
And there's this
across a thread like
video.
that.
Google it. It's called "Pickles on my roast beef sandwich." Trust me,
I don't
great
think I've
video.
seen it.
And then yeah, that's also 1,000 views. Well, now it has more. And
Totally
then the
viral.
last one, the funniest, the hardest I think I've ever laughed, maybe,
Whoa.
was the John Cena like prank.
The prank.
Everyone
Call.
loves that video.
That-
it's
that-
good.
it's
It's
so
good.
funny.
That like got ruined by the meme.
Yeah,
because it was
of-
meme.
I think
yeah.
it's
but
still good.
you're right,
I
yeah,
think
that-
it
that's
was.
just
I just
good-
remember watching him like a dorm room and
good,
just
clean
dying.
fun,
Ugh.
baby.
Yeah,
that's really good.
I don't really have anything to shout out in particular.
I know. I don't have anything. I don't know. I do watch a lot of YouTube. Like
Mhm.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think I'm pretty in with the YouTube community, but I don't.
I'll talk about the chess guy I watch on
Hutch.
in the chess
Save it-
video.
save it for the
no,
chess
another
video.
guy. But I'll
Um,
save it for the chess one.
obviously, check out Casey Neistat.
There's one funny video
He
that
had-
my
he had a
brother
good ring.
my brother showed me the other day. It's about some guy in Star Wars: The Force Awakens that has the flash on. Have you guys seen that? He has like the
No.
flash on his phone, and like the whole theater starts yelling at him.
Oh,
It's really
in the
funny.
theater.
It's really funny. Yeah, that's what I'd plug because I saw that one recently. Very
Nice.
funny.
I'll have to
Yeah.
check that out.
Cool.
Yeah. I'll show you it after. All right.
Cool.
Do you have anything, Alex?
No, I don't know. Just check out my
Probably
YouTube channel.
Foursquare Gentlemen Sport.
Oh yeah.
So are we gonna rate YouTube?
Oh.
1 to 5 stars, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thumbs up or thumbs
yeah,
down.
maybe we should instead of
Should we-
yay or nay, let's do thumbs up,
Explain
like or
to the
dislike.
folks at home what the
Yeah.
ratings
So
section is.
for the rating section, we will rate the hobby on a scale of 1 to 10, and then give it a yay or nay. Which I guess we'll change it this time. We can do thumbs up or thumbs down.
Yeah.
Literally the same thing. On whether we will continue this hobby. So for YouTube, I guess it would be like actively watching YouTube videos, like as in just I don't know. It seems
Yeah.
like you'll do
Mhm.
that, but whatever. That's what I'm gonna say.
No, but
Maybe
like
not.
I have some
Maybe I'll give
time.
up.
I've got nothing to do right now.
There
am
you
I going to
go,
go on
yeah.
YouTube or am
Yeah.
I going to?
Or are you gonna do
Play
something
chess.
else? Yeah,
Mhm.
sure. By yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll start with Chris.
Okay. YouTube, I was saying when I first watched it, it was the first time I was aware that like you could do something that everyone in the world could see.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just like a cool idea that kind of like made me think YouTube was exciting. As the years went, I definitely headed downhill. I'm sure it was a lot of different reasons. Part of it might be just like my age, like I'm less interested in stuff like that. But I think like also like the Facebook video kind of like took away from. Now you see a lot of viral videos
Yeah,
on
you're right.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Not a bad thing
Yeah.
or a good thing, just like it's different.
different, yeah.
So I think that's kind of like taken away from YouTube. But I think YouTube as like a functional source, I think it's one of like you could probably narrow down everything you need to do on the internet into like 4 or 5 websites.
Yeah, definitely.
YouTube is definitely the video one still to this day.
Yeah.
So you got to respect that. I'm not going to be looking for new YouTubers to like become a fan of, but I'm definitely going to be using YouTube for music or if I'm just bored and sitting around on
Right.
on a Tuesday night. I think that's when I find myself on YouTube. So I'll give it I'm not going to give it a great rating at this time, but it's solid. I'll go 6. And you got to give it a like. Thumbs up, whatever the
Like
rating
and
is.
subscribe, baby. Are you gonna? Would you smash that like button?
Oh, for sure. I would actually no. I'd probably just click it.
All right, I'll take it away from you, Chris. Then
Yeah, take it.
I like YouTube a lot. I think for hobbyists like ourselves, it's
It's functional.
perfect.
It is really
It's
helpful.
Essential.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You feel like you're part of a community. If you could find that small hobbyist community of yours, you learn stuff. It's great.
Dang.
It's been great throughout our whole lives. Like, it's a staple of my childhood, young adulthood, teens, late teens, and into my 20s. It's always been there. It's a borderline father figure.
I'm like realizing now that I remember researching like the mythical creatures one. I would look up stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
And even in that, there's still so many clickbait, stupid ones.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's crazy how like literally everything is like
But you know
They're
what?
trying to get
You
money
really
out of
have
you.
to sift out the good and the bad.
When-
It's tough.
When you get successful,
Mhm.
sometimes the greatest marker of success is
Mhm.
having haters.
True.
Mhm.
You know, and maybe for YouTube, the greatest marker of success right now is its flaws. It has the stupid clickbait for the time being.
Yeah.
It has. You guys know about the ad apocalypse?
No.
So it changed its like ad revenue stuff around. So like if you talk about certain things, you don't get ads,
Oh, really?
and a lot of people are upset about it.
Huh.
Did you do any research for this episode, dog? This happened like a month ago.
All in the
But
brain.
either way, it's got clickbait. It's got the ad apocalypse.
Also, just quick hand alert. I think you've said the word dog more in this episode than you have in the rest of the episodes.
One of my number one subscribers is Randy Jackson.
That's fair.
It's got the ad apocalypse, dog.
Yeah.
It's got the clickbait. It's got the Logan and Jake Pauls that
Yeah.
are bad.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to bounce back? Hopefully. If it could grow
It's
and
like teetering right now.
fix
Which side will
itself
it
through
go?
this stuff,
Yeah.
Anything.
then it's great.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you know, you have to have your flaws and grow from them to become even better. And I think that's why YouTube's great. It's always had stuff that people don't like, and then it improves upon it, and
Mhm.
and we're still there. We're still watching YouTube.
Yeah.
Another cool thing is, do you guys know the name of the guy who invented YouTube? He should be like a household
No.
name
That's
for
true.
God's
That's
sake.
true,
He's
yeah.
not-
Zuckerberg.
What
you
a
know,
humble
Bezos.
guy.
Yeah.
You guys know the first video to be on YouTube? It's the
Mm.
creator at the zoo. I've seen him I've seen his face in the video.
Huh.
Don't know his name. Humble. 8.5 out of
Wow.
10. I'm smashing that like button and subscribing, baby.
Dang.
Okay, cool. This is a tough one for me because I even noticed it then that there's, with all the good in YouTube, there's a lot of bad.
It's almost like
There's a
we're
lot of
rating.
manipulation.
It's almost like we're rating the internet itself.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
Because it's
You know
such
There's
a
so
I'm telling
much
you,
to,
the
like,
Mount
take
Rushmore
in.
of internet would be
it's
Jeff
so
Bezos, Zuckerberg, the YouTube guy at the
Yeah.
zoo,
and the Google guys.
and the Google
Yeah.
guys.
Like,
seriously,
yeah, I guess I don't really
literally.
know them either.
Yeah.
Sergey, isn't that his name?
Yeah. Yep.
I think YouTube is really
Search-
great for a lot of things.
Oh no, search engine is what I was thinking.
Search it.
It's really great for like educational stuff. It's really great for music. It always works. Also, sometimes I find like sneaky remixes on YouTube that aren't on Spotify and stuff.
Seriously,
That's
like
pretty good.
I love that. You know,
So I feel like there's enough
Like mashup-
original content. Yeah, mashups.
mashup
And
songs.
sometimes
That's
I'll
another
find
early
like
YouTube
covers
thing.
of songs that
Yeah.
are pretty good, you know?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
I could get into like finding like a good cover artist,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's enough like original content on YouTube that I think is really interesting and really cool. And I think for me that does outweigh the bad. It's just like, it's really just like life in a way, you know? There's a lot of bad, but there's so much freedom to do whatever you want that it just has to outweigh it. So I'm going to give it a 7. Yay. I like watching YouTube videos for now. So I
Seven
do.
what?
Yeah. Like.
Smash that like
smash
button.
that
Are you
like
gonna
button,
subscribe
yes.
or no?
No.
Share.
No.
Share with your friends.
Yeah, I would say I also like but no subscribe.
Hey, you hear about YouTube? Yeah.
Insane to think that someone could have said that in our lifetime and it
Yeah.
would be like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. That's funny.
Love it.
All right. I do think what I will say is that I think that more recently, as in the last year, I've been watching YouTube more. I feel like I stopped. Like once Jake and Amir stopped, I feel like I took a break from YouTube for a while. Not to mourn, but just in general. Like I don't know, 2015 maybe. I wasn't watching much YouTube, but
Dang.
I'm back. All right, smash that like button. 7. Okay, so
7 times.
we are gonna move on to our next section of the show. It is called What is on your mind? What's on your mind? And we always get a listener theme song for What's on Your Mind. This week's theme song comes from overseas listener of the show, P.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
All right. Thank you for that.
Pretty short, but
Yeah, that was,
fine.
I mean, short name, short song.
that's fine.
Short guy.
How do you know? You met him?
Oh.
All right. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, P. Let's move on to what's on your mind. So, in what's on your mind, we talk about what's on our mind.
Mhm.
Alex, what is on your mind this week?
What's on your mind, right?
Sure.
Oh no, is this meta?
So sometimes we talk. What's on your mind? The
What
beauty
is
of
in
the,
mind?
the beauty of what's on your mind. It could be about anything. Sometimes the thing that's on your mind is meta. Sometimes it's like, oh, what are we? Just a floating speck through space. Does our podcast mean anything? It's a blip in this.
You're
this
trying to figure out something to
time
say.
continuum. Sometimes it's the phrase "balls to the wall." What? Where did that come from? What?
I don't know.
Why
Balls
is that
to
a
the
term?
wall.
What's the origin? I mean,
Because you got to say, if it doesn't rhyme, no one would have ever said it.
it's a very common phrase.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what kind of balls it's talking about, but
Yeah.
no matter what, I don't understand the relationship between the ball and
I guess
the wall.
If you try to trying to interpret that statement literally, I think of that game Butts Up, whatever. Wall ball.
What's butts up?
Wall ball. I don't know. Same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wall ball, like at
Yeah.
recess.
We always called it Butts Up. I don't know why. But
'Cause
yeah.
we played.
Butts
There's
up.
some situation where if you did something wrong, you'd stand against the wall and they'd check it at your butt.
That's
Oh,
true.
really?
Yeah.
That's
If
funny.
you got up too many times. But anyway,
So do you think-
wall ball. That's what I picture with balls to the wall because you have to run to the wall
and literally,
really fast.
what's on the walls?
But it's saying, yeah, you think that's what it comes from?
No,
though?
it can't be. It certainly can't be.
I don't picture that. I'll tell you that. I don't know.
know.
I guess I picture something inappropriate. I don't know.
Mm.
I just
Balls to
don't
the
know.
wall.
I don't know.
I
Somebody
don't
said
want
it
to
the other
Google
day.
it just
But there's a
'cause,
lot of,
you
like-
know, I don't
And
wanna be on
people
a list.
say
I
it.
don't know.
People say it
Mm.
so regularly, and it's like, don't say that. Come on. It's like, don't say balls to the wall. Don't
What
say
about
balls.
like
Just don't say balls in general. You know?
My first decree as president.
what about like shooting fish in a bucket or something or fish in a can? Like no one really says that.
I guess it's the balls part. That
yeah.
I don't
All right.
like
Fair
that.
enough. Fair enough.
Because right, well, people say that, and I get where
no
it
one really
comes
does
from.
that. I mean,
You could. It's easy to shoot a fish when it's in the barrel because it's
In
got
the barrel,
no
yeah.
place to go.
But
But
whose balls are
I
in the
could
wall?
understand. I could theoretically
what balls?
see. I could visualize someone shooting into a barrel that has a fish in it.
yeah.
I cannot visualize someone putting their balls to the wall. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
No, that's true. Yeah, because right when I hear balls to the wall, I do picture a who and not a what. If that makes
Yeah.
Yeah,
sense.
of course.
Unless it's like a basketball
course.
thing,
Yeah.
an indoor arena, maybe.
But that's not a good thing. I feel like balls to the wall has like an intense kind of
Yeah.
like foot to the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, it's
balls
like
to
pedal
the wall.
metal, or
Pedal to the
pedal
metal.
to the metal,
Oh,
and
that
balls
one's
to
good
the
though.
wall.
Yeah.
Pedal to the metal is good.
Yeah, it's
But that's what I'm
perfect.
saying. They mean the same thing.
Right.
Maybe
One, I know exactly what it's referencing. A gas pedal
Yeah.
going to
Going
the bottom.
fast. Yeah.
Balls to the wall. I have no clue
Wow,
like
that's a good
why
one.
I'm saying
I
that.
bet I bet they started with balls to the wall and then realized it meant absolutely nothing and had to be like, okay, what rhymes and sort of means the same.
I bet it was like a coach in the locker room getting ready for a pump up game. Saying, "Let's do it, guys. We're gonna give it to it our all." Everyone's getting rowdy already. Ah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This time they're not even listening. Let's do it. We're going pedal to the metal, balls to the wall. Let's go. And then they're like, yeah. What, coach,
Only
say
you would
balls
be
to the
doing that.
wall.
All right. In
Yeah.
conclusion, we have no answer.
Nope.
What? It's a good question. Chris, what's on your mind?
Here's what's on my mind. So this morning I go to my favorite local coffee shop down the
Mhm.
street from my apartment. It's
Nice.
a nice place. I usually only go there on the weekends because it's like, I don't know, it's maybe a mile away. It's just inconvenient
Sure,
parking.
sure.
So I'll go there if I have a little bit of time. I think I've been there with you, Andrew. It's called Cafe Nation.
I think we went.
I'll
We went to
I'll
one
shout
place
it out.
once. Yeah.
Very dead. Here's my question. It's nothing against them. It's something against me. when you're paying, so let's say coffee. I get a coffee and
Yeah.
I think I got a muffin.
Mhm.
$5, $6, whatever it was. I pay with my card. You get the option to tip.
Mm-hmm.
In this situation, do I tip?
I never tip.
What do they give you for options?
It's
Is
like
it- is it
percents or no
is it
tip.
like that like
It's like the
Verifone
square
thing or
yeah,
whatever?
whatever.
Like
I
the
would
white
go,
iPad
honestly,
looking thing?
I would go no tip because at a are you supposed to tip every time in a
See,
coffee
that's
shop?
and then that goes to that. Do I tip when I'm?
I never tip.
Because then I'm thinking like,
Heck no.
my head says no, I shouldn't tip.
What's 15% of if it was $5?
It's like it's probably close to $1.
$1, I guess. So that's pretty good.
Because then I was thinking if I
'Cause
go,
that's what I would tip if I was going.
I was gonna say if I go to a bar and I'm getting one drink, I do tip, and it's like the same thing, same premise.
You're right.
They're mixing up a drink for me.
I,
Should I be tipping $1 on coffee?
I think to myself like they're a restaurant. If I go to McDonald's,
Mhm.
I never
No way.
tip,
That's
obviously.
insane.
But when I
Probably
go to a
illegal.
coffee shop, occasionally I'll tip. Like I
Mhm.
try to tip every once in a while.
Yeah, I think
maybe that's a better.
I think
idea.
it's
But-
different if I have change.
good
Like you know
system.
what I mean? Like if I'm
Right.
paying and it's like I get 75 cents, then like
Yeah.
okay, I'll just throw
But
that
there
in.
are people that go to a coffee shop every single day for coffee.
Yeah.
Are you meant to tip every single time?
That's a lot of money.
If
That's
the, I'm fine with the answer being yes. I just don't know.
Yeah.
And I will say this situation I did tip, but I didn't use. So I paid with my card. I saw they had two little tip jars.
Oh, yeah,
One with a
nice.
Patriots logo, one with an Eagles logo.
They tricked you.
That's a good idea.
The person working the counter had an Eagles shirt on. I get a little banter with her, and I throw $1 in enthusigastically into the Patriots one.
They tricked
Oh,
you.
in the
man.
Patriots.
Yeah, just to,
Oh, nice.
just to say like, yeah, how you like that? And she's like, I mean, I'm getting money out of it. I was like, I took all the money and ran.
Well, that makes me think like, like at a bar, I guess it's a college bar thing more. Sometimes they'll have like 25-cent beers or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're supposed to tip every time for that too, right? Do you tip
Yeah,
$1 every
400%.
time? That's insane.
What I would do,
That's an insane markup.
because when we did the 25-cent thing, I was like, oh, I'll grab like 6 of them.
Yeah.
Then I would tip still $1. If I was getting one, I would tip $1.
You would tip $1 for 6 beers.
Yeah.
Or $6 total.
$1 for 6 beers,
Yeah,
or
okay.
$1 for one 25-cent beer. I think
Yeah.
it's just the action.
Yeah,
of
I
Yeah.
can see that. I guess
Um,
that's better.
I also recently been trying to tip more on breakfast. If I'm sitting down and eating breakfast and it comes out to like $5, and it's like a waiter bring it over.
I'll give him a 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No,
I
but
think
I'll
you
give
should
him.
go,
I'll give him like
$6-7
yeah,
bucks.
yeah, which is 100% tip sometimes, but
Yeah.
it makes
Dang,
sense.
$6 or $7.
Yeah, wait, no, not 6 or 7 on a $5 meal. Maybe I'll give him $3.
No, not on a $5 meal.
Yeah.
On like a $10 meal.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
Because
so,
otherwise your tip would be like
Yeah,
$3.
exactly.
So.
Yep.
I'd
Is
tip
that
more.
not right? I feel like that's what I
Well,
usually do.
it's right mathematically, but like it's so low.
Like if you're
That's-
doing the
that's what Chris is
15% and
saying.
your meal is only $5,
I feel like 15% is gone out. I usually go 20.
I do 20 as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I don't go out to breakfast often, but
No, I just don't either.
that's probably why they spit in my food. That's why I don't go out to breakfast
Yeah,
often.
that's
All
it's a
right,
self-fulfilling thing.
Yeah.
so
All right.
maybe I'll start tipping periodically.
I think that's a good compromise. All right, guys, you ready for this one? What's on your mind?
I guess.
I've had a really tough time all week not texting you guys about this because I've been dying to say this on the podcast.
Dang.
So it's a big one. It has to do with Movie Pass, okay?
Yeah.
So I'll explain Movie Pass to listeners at home. Chris just recently bought it.
Got it this morning.
Congrats, nice.
Thank you.
I've had it for about almost 4 months now. It is
Congrats.
Thanks. It is a feature that they basically give you a card, a MasterCard.
A feature.
What do you mean it's a
That's
feature?
not the right word.
I don't know, whatever. It's $10
okay.
a month. It's $10 a month. You get a MasterCard for movies. You can see any movie at any theater that takes MasterCards, basically is how it works. Once a day.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
So basically the way it works is I have like a MasterCard. I check into something on my phone. I have to be within 100 yards of the theater. I check into the movie, click, I'm sure I want to see this movie. Yes. Then they load any amount of money onto your card. So I'm sure there's like fraud prevention if you try to buy something else, whatever.
Sure.
So I do that. That's how I get to see my movies. I get tickets, but otherwise the card is useless. Doesn't work. Okay.
Right.
The other day, and now I've reasoned with myself that what I'm doing is at worst a little scummy, but you guys need to tell me if it's really bad.
Oh,
The
boy.
other day, my roommates are going to see Lady Bird. I've already seen Lady Bird. I don't want to see Lady Bird. I say, hey, if anyone wants to see Lady Bird for half price, you could pay me $5 and I'll give you my movie pass and my phone for 3 hours, whatever, 2.5 hours. I won't have my phone. Not a huge deal. And they basically attacked me and said that it was very rude, not cool at all, super scummy, and I should just give it to them for free. And I said, well, I don't really want to do that because I'm paying for this service and you're not. But at the same time, I wasn't seeing the movie.
Right.
So I reasoned with myself that it's my thing. I could do what I want with it. At worst, it's a mutually beneficial thing. And someone pays me $5
Right.
and they get to see a movie for free. Instead, none of them took it. So they all paid extra, or not extra, but regular price,
Right.
So that's my debate is this really bad? Am I obligated to give them the ticket?
I don't-
Or should I have not
No,
said
you're not obligated.
I think
'cause
you're definitely not-
paying for it.
Especially they need your phone.
they need my phone
So it's
for
like-
3 hours?
That's.
or
I think.
whatever.
I think.
giving your phone to them is worth the $5. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I would have offered it in the first place, just because of the inconvenience of not having a phone.
Yeah.
And if someone had, I don't know.
Because
I think
you have to check in while
Yeah.
you're close to the
I don't think
theater.
I would have offered in the first place. But
I
if
don't
someone,
think they should have.
if they asked,
They
here's what I
flipped.
think.
They
I think
flipped.
it's a little scummy of you.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
I said
'cause it
at
does
worst,
seem like a
at
scheme.
worst, a little
I think it
scummy.
would
I feel like you
almost been just as scummy if you just give it to them for free. like they're still not paying for it. You know,
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
only
Like, I
$5.
didn't think I owed them anything to like.
I'd say
to
you
get it
are one
themselves.
to. I feel like you're always up to some sort of scheme.
That's
Like
probably
you're always
true.
trying to like run numbers like that. Like I remember one time I
Yeah.
was gonna like park somewhere and I wasn't sure if it was legal, and you're like, yeah, just park there. I'll pay half the ticket if you get a ticket. I was like, I feel like that's like a similar sort of like, like we're in this together. It's whatever.
Yeah, I think that is similar to that.
But no, I
What
don't
do you
know.
guys think?
I don't think you're in the wrong, but I think what they should have done is said, no, it's fine. I'll just pay myself. I don't think they should have been angry.
they
about
shouldn't
it.
have attacked you because you were
Yeah,
still
very like
doing
it'd be
them a
like
favor.
it'd be like the next day, like because I knew they were upset with me, and I would be like, all right, I'll just like I won't ask again. I'm not going to bring it up, and it was still like. That was insane what you did yesterday. And I'm like, sorry, like I don't think it was that. But that was the
Really?
other thing is I wasn't really apologizing. I was like, I don't think it was that bad. So
they were just upset that you didn't give it
No.
to them for free.
no, they were upset that like if I
You
was
offered in
doing
the
it,
first
that I
place.
would offer that they'd have to pay me. If I was offering that it wasn't for
Yeah,
free.
I don't think
I
that's
think
wrong.
that both
But
sides
well,
are okay.
what if?
But I'm very
what
curious
if,
at what you guys
yeah,
think.
I'd see.
Because I understand what they're
This
coming
is a
from,
unique
but
situation because it's not like if it'd be different if it was a free movie ticket, and
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean? 'Cause
'cause you're
then
I
paying.
would give that.
yeah, it's like I'm not gonna go.
But right, I am paying for this service. Still.
It's
Yeah.
like you kind of already theoretically you could have already had paid for their ticket. Like you paid $10 for
Yeah.
Movie Pass this month. If you had not gone to any movies,
Yeah, like
it's like,
theoretically,
oh hey,
right.
take my movie ticket. But
I want.
so what? You're out $10 and no movie. So I can understand asking for $5.
Hmm.
You're a scumbag for other reasons, but not this one
All right.
necessarily.
So you guys think at worst, totally like, or at worst it's scummy, right?
I would say they're in the wrong more for.
I think they're in the wrong
upset.
for being mad about it,
Yeah,
but
they're
I don't
very
know.
upset. All
Yeah.
of them.
I think
But here's part two.
Oh
Here's
no,
part two.
a sequel.
this is. I don't know
Do you
what my
think?
opinion is.
Yeah, it's really tough.
Yeah.
Do you think it would be less weird? Because I've actually thought about doing this, and I would do it if you guys think it'd be funny for the podcast. But I am a little nervous about it. Of going to like a regular movie theater, like the big movie theater in my town, and if someone's about to buy a ticket at the kiosks, say like, "Hey, if you pay me $5, I will get you a ticket."
That's scummy.
Yeah.
But it's mutually beneficial.
It
though.
is. It is.
It's
Like you're not.
scummy, though,
You're
for
not.
sure. I get that. That's
I'm
the
not
same
saying you're
thing,
scummy
but,
for
like,
offering to like give a discounted ticket, but I think the whole act is like
It
very
is
shady.
sketchy. Yes.
I guess I think that's what I'd
But-
say about the thing with your
but
friends.
if
Like,
you do that twice a month, you get movies for free. That's all I'm saying.
Dog, you're a scumbag.
come on, dog. I'd say.
All right, so I'm not gonna. Do
I think that's
that.
my
Fair
final
enough.
opinion. Is you weren't scummy, but also like
So you think it's more weird or less weird if it's a random person?
It's more weird for sure. Like
Okay.
you're like doing
Yeah,
a favor
definitely.
for your friends.
Because I thought
When
that
it's
would
a
be
random
less weird,
person, you're
actually.
like tricking them into.
But I'm not. They would be saving money.
I
Everyone
know,
would be
it's
saving
still,
money.
It's still,
It's still
you're still being,
weird.
you're
Fair
still
enough.
tricking.
it's
Okay,
like
fair enough,
it's the
fair
equivalent of like
don't know
waiting
how to
outside of
explain it.
McDonald's back when like they had breakfast till 10 only and trying to sell McDonald's at like a certain rate. You know what I mean? It's like
Do people do that?
you know, like I don't know why that came to my
I
head.
have done that.
But it's like the same sort of like here you go. Hey, I'm selling what's
Right.
inside for
Yeah.
you know?
It's
don't
yeah,
know.
you're right. And that's why I didn't end up doing it is because I thought about how I would feel if I was approached by someone.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And
I definitely
would be
not
like, no.
give someone $5
So,
for that.
Yeah.
I would
That's
think
fair.
it was a scam.
Okay, so you think that the friends should be less angry?
Friends, it's okay. You were doing them a favor.
Yeah.
Strangers, you should have been.
I think
nice.
you
But I
had,
didn't do the stranger one. That's important.
I think you had good intentions. That's what I'll say.
yeah,
It was weird.
because I knew immediately that they would get mad, but I was just curious because all it takes is one person to be like, 50% off. Yeah, what the heck?
I
Like,
probably would have done it. If you
Did they
offered.
ask like, "Oh, could I just take it?" Or
No,
did
they
they
didn't
wanted
ask,
none
no.
of it.
oh, afterwards or
Yeah.
before?
Like when you were like, "Oh, what if I give you this for $5?" Did they say like, "Oh, why don't you just give it to me?" Or were they just like,
no, it was just
They
that
said,
like
"Get out of my
it's
house."
like a if then like if I was offering, they said you
Yeah.
should have given for free. If you're not offering, that's fine because it's yours and you bought it. It's a real debate.
That's
I
tough,
think
yeah.
it's a real debate because it's a service that you have to pay for anyway.
Yeah, that's
it's
the
not
thing. Is the paying.
it's not a gift card. It's not a free ticket.
Mm.
So
Well, listeners at home, let us know.
Yeah, voice your
Let me
opinion.
know.
This is
Why-
what's
why
on your
we're
mind. I want
wrong.
an opinion on because I don't know what
I
happened.
actually I want more opinions on this.
Yeah,
Look up Movie Pass if you're interested. I actually would really
I'll
recommend
probably
it.
get it. I should. do
Their
that tonight.
I'm sure their business model is not built to last. Because
So get in while you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually though, because I mean, if you buy it, I think you're allowed to cancel it if they change their terms of service, like if they
Yeah, they
upcharge
said
it.
no commitment.
So
Cool.
right now it's $10 a month. So if you go to the movies on average once a month, you
Mm-hmm.
will save money. So go for it.
Nice.
All right, that's it, Chris. Ready to hit us with the plugs?
Here are the plugs. If you like what you're listening to, ineedahobbypod.com. Find everything you're looking for there.
One-stop shop, they call it.
Yeah. You could rate and review us. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
If you like this episode. Maybe even you can leave anything in the comment. The comment I'm less concerned about.
Let's make our
Have to say
iTunes
first,
review
yeah.
section.
Let's turn that
like
into the comments.
comment section of YouTube.
Yeah, have fun
the
with
olden
it.
days.
First.
Second, 50th, whatever we're on.
Yeah.
And even leave it. And maybe instead of emailing us this time, if you have an opinion on it on Andrew's debacle, just leave a 5-star comment and put your answer there.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
You could also check out our social media: Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, ineedahobbypod. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Smash that like button. See you next week.